Greetings all, this is Justin from Those Hairy Gamers, and I am here with Nick.
Hello, what's up?
Not much. We're looking at your PAX builds.
Yes, about 2-ish weeks ago, I said, hey, PAX is doing a 32-point tournament, and I want you guys to suggest 32-point single ship builds for me to use, preferably Scum, but we had some submissions for other stuff, and I wanted to have a look at those anyway.
And we got quite a few.
We got a lot.
Yeah, that's actually true.
I had to really cull these down. Basically, we had a lot of suggestions for the same ship and pilot. In those situations, I just culled it down to only have one of each. So if your suggestion is not in this video, sorry, we had to cull these down because there were just way too many. We're going to do these across 2 videos because there simply are so many, and even after culling, it's going to take quite a while to get through all these. But basically, yes, we have 32-point single build ships. And the interesting thing about this is, as I've been looking at these and been learning about 32-point tournaments, I've realised that there are certain combos and pilots and upgrades, whatever, that are more effective in these kinds of scenarios that don't work in 100-point tournaments. Or there are things that work great in 100-point tournaments, which are just terrible in 32-point tournaments. Things like one-off use things, like say crack shot or adrenaline rush and that kind of stuff, suddenly become a lot more powerful when the game is much shorter because they're one-off use cards and they can be the difference between getting you over the line just because you had that one shot that you need to do to end a very quick game.
Oh, that's a fair point.
Also, I wanted to point out, I made a video during last week saying, sorry, there was a bit of a misunderstanding, 32-point tournaments aren't on. I was wrong yet again, 32-point tournaments are on. The confusion came from the fact that there are 2 separate parties at PAX organising X-Wing tournaments. General Games is doing the 100-point tournament, which I'm doing. I'm going to have a great time with that. I will take photos and get video of whatever I can to show you guys here on the channel. But the 32-point tournaments are actually being hosted by Hell of a Pilot, which is awesome.
Yeah, these are good guys.
They absolutely are. I'm actually tonight going over to one of their houses to record another episode of the podcast with them, which will be awesome. I'll go to PAX and I'll interview all of them, and
I'll enjoy yourself.
I will indeed. Anyway, let's make our way through these lists. We're going to do a group of 6 for this first video, and then the next video will be the final 7, because we had 13 that I liked the look of and I think was at least worth talking about.
So Kingsman Highborn has suggested Zuckuss with Veteran Instincts, Cicatro Vizago.
I think it's Cicatro. I've never been sure on that. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
Collision Detector, Cloaking Device, Tractor Beam, and Mist Hunter.
Okay, cool. So we've got the full 32 points here. One criticism I have of this is I don't think the Cicatro and Cloaking Device combo is going to be any good in 32-point builds. Basically, the trick here, guys, if you don't know, is you can take Cicatro and he can switch out your illicit upgrade, meaning you can activate the cloaking device and then it never breaks because you get rid of the card and you just stay cloaked. The problem is if you're cloaked, you can't shoot, and that might be clever in a 100-point tournament where you have another ship that's doing a lot of work behind the scenes, but if you only have one ship in the list and it can't shoot, it kind of doesn't make any sense. I guess the logic here is you could get into a good position with your cloak, finally decloak, and just one-shot them. But overall, I feel like we can do a lot more utility with these slots. I'd actually go in the crew slot for Lom, because 4 Lom is just so strong with Zuckuss' ability. And in the illicit slot, I go Inertial Dampeners. Again, as I said before, one-off use cards are so good in 32-point tournaments. Inertial Dampeners can be the difference between getting that one position that just wins you the game outright.
That perfect stop.
Exactly right, and I think that's going to be a bit more. That's going to have a bit more potential, and I might consider doing that. That's quite interesting. Anyway, to the next list, Justin.
So Robin LC has suggested Quick Draw with Veteran Instincts, Special Ops Training, and Lightweight Frame. Yep,
good, basic, solid list. I like this a lot. I would just say I probably wouldn't go for Veteran Instincts because he's already PS9 in 32-point builds. I mean, I get the logic. If you're up against another PS9, that's really potent. But that's not going to be the majority of lists you're flying against. The majority of lists you're flying against, he'll already be beating out their PS anyway. I'd actually go, instead of VI, I'd go for Crackshot. because, again, it's a one-off use card. It's so much more powerful in a 32-point tournament.
Yep.
And it could just mean he gets that one shot which kills his opponent. It could mean he gets that critical damage through at the right time and can close out a game really easily. I think Crack Shot's going to be more effective overall than Veteran Instincts. But again, an awesome thing. I don't actually own an SF fighter, so I won't be taking this to PAX, but I think me and Justin want to have a go at this at some stage because it looks really awesome.
Dasher has suggested Fenral, Concord Dawn Protector, Auto Thrusters, and Adrenaline Rush.
Now, this is really interesting. I actually had a few other people suggest this exact build, but with Fearlessness instead of Adrenaline Rush. And I'm on the fence about which one's actually better. Again, it's a one-off use card, so in a 32-point 1v1 ship build, Adrenaline Rush could be the difference between you getting the perfect position and not, and then just winning you the game. Fearlessness is great, but if you don't get Fearlessness working for you, I don't know. I feel like Fearlessness, again, is also fantastic in a 32-point ship build because there's no way for your opponents to abuse the positioning of Ven Rao. They only have one ship.
Yeah.
You dive on that one ship, you've got Fearlessness activating, you've got the title activating, you've got Fen Rao's ability activating. It's really awkward if they catch you at range 2. I get that.
Yeah.
But again, Adrenaline Rush helps with Fen as well because if he does a Talon roll and ends up in range 2, he can then boost or barrel roll and then get into range 1. So they're both super potent.
Yeah.
And I actually think that Adrenaline Rush probably has a bit more utility than Fearlessness. I'd actually favour Adrenaline Rush in this build. And thank you so much for suggesting that, Dasher. I think that's a great idea and something I'm actually going to consider flying.
Nathan Skelly has suggested Turfineer with Veteran Instincts, Stealth Device, Royal Guard Tie, and Auto Thrusters.
Cool. Now, you were asking, Nathan, whether this breaks the rules of what I'm trying to do here. No, absolutely not. I said you guys can suggest Imperial stuff. And this is really, really cool because Turfineer is an Inceptor pilot which never gets flown in any serious sort of gameplay. But in a 32-point single ship list, I like this a lot. Turfineer states, after you perform an attack, you may perform a free boost or barrel roll. That is nuts in a 1v1 ship build. It's useless if your opponent is able to cover their bases and sort of line up more guns on Turfineer. But if they only have one ship, you attack them and then you boost or barrel roll out of their arc, away from their ability to shoot. He's just a massive troll.
Yeah.
He's really good. PS7's cool, but you put on VI, which means he's PS9, so he's almost always going to shoot first, unless we happen to see a VI quick draw. But yeah, Stealth Device, Auto Thrusters, Royal Guard Tie means he's very hard to hit at the best of times, and you've made sure that he almost never gets shot.
Yeah.
That's so annoying. Yeah, I think this is going to be nuts. Unfortunately, I don't own a tie interceptor or the pack that gives us the Royal Guard Tie, but we have to try this at some stage.
Yeah,
we will proxy this and we'll give it a go with Justin at some stage because this looks like it's just nuts.
I want to buy these things now. Like, these just look good.
I know, this is not healthy for you. This is not healthy for your wallet, is it?
All of a sudden, my wallet's just gotten a little bit lighter. And finally, Jonathan Weaver has given us a TIE Phantom list, which is quite interesting. It's got Sigma Squadron Pilot, Advanced Cloaking Device, Fire Control Systems, and Intelligence Agent.
This is very interesting. Sigma Squadron Pilot is the cheapest pilot we have with the TIE Phantom. He costs 25 points. He's a relatively low PS. But the fact of the matter is we have Advanced Cloaking in a 32-point ship build. This is the only way you can get an Advanced Cloaking device into a 32-point ship build. Yeah, obviously, it would be better if you had a higher pilot skill. I understand that. But the ability to shoot, even if you're shooting last and then cloak and then have that repositioning, is nuts. Fire control, intelligence agent. Intelligence agent on the low PS guys with a barrel roll means he can block. It's a great utility build. I love to look at this. Again, something we should try at some stage. I don't own a Phantom myself, so I physically can't take this to PAX over the weekend. But this is just really cool. And I think in a 32-point tournament, this could be just a really annoying wild card that someone brings along that's really hard to deal with. Cool, so that was the first part of these 32-point ship builds. Thanks for joining us. Like and subscribe, like our Facebook page, and we'll catch you later.
Bye.